Sagittarius, welcome to your weekly reading going from the 26th to the 2nd of July. Yes, thank you very much for being here, supporting this channel, and I hope you have a lovely reading. Let's just see what's going on with your overall energies. You've got the Four of Wands. Yeah, you're really coming out of this dip that you've had over the last couple of months, I think. And it's coming out quickly, I get this feeling. And you're not necessarily in control on everything. You know, and once you recognize that, you can then sort of play with the anomalies a lot better. So coming into this new paradigm, it is the dovetailing of your plan with the plan of the universe or the plan of your life. That's what it's going through here. And getting in line with that new dimension is a good idea. You know, a new way of being. Make that decision in you. Make that decision today. On your karmic message on your relationships, 10 of Cups. Happiness after difficulty. Yes, I think this is, as I say, I think you're on a bit of a, what they call a hockey stick graph that goes whoop, like that. And the click in the whole scenario is in you. And this is where everything comes into alignment. You know, this is where things just naturally work for you within relationships. But you've got to realise you might, this last dip over this last 2 or 3 months may have affected you in a way that, yeah, things are not going to be the same. Not in a really drastic or nasty way, but just sort of like you've got a different attitude. That's what I feel like. And I think that different attitude there has got to be applied within your life. And that's the happiness after difficulty. And this may be this difficult week that you've got to put this into play for people to sort of kind of turn around and go, oh right, okay, yeah, sorry, you know. Once people realise, then everything goes to a new sort of dimension, a new way of interaction, but in a good way. The universe here is the universe trying to bring you heartache and pain. There is a case for that. Sometimes we're here to learn that. But I do think as well, the universe is sort of saying, if you're going to go after your happiness, sometimes you have to take the emotions out of the situation. I know this sounds really weird on the relationship side. It's supposed to be all about emotions and stuff like that. But there's also a huge practicality on relationships. And I think sometimes the practicality has to take reign in order to allow the emotions then to be free. And I think this is more how the universe here, because this is not you, this is the universe. And I think the universe is trying to ask you to do that in a way. If you want that happiness after difficulty, you're going to have to take a little bit of emotions out of the situation. Obviously, it could be the fact that, you know, because this is the universe, it's not your past. And it could well be the fact that you've broken up with someone and the universe is telling you now is the time to get over that, stride towards your happiness. That's also another thing. So if you've broken up with someone in the past, and even it could be a long time ago, you need to get over it. And just because your happiness depends on it. And the thing is, when you're happy, everybody's happy. I'm happy, my kids are happy, your kids are happy, you know, your neighbours are happy, your dog's neighbour's happy. You know, it's a knock-on effect, and it starts with you. So, you know, let go of it, Sagittarius. Don't worry about it. Just let go. How is your past side influencing you? Yeah, I think you've been keeping this inside you in a way. And it's almost as if like you're dealing with the outside world in order to stop the inside coming out. That's the sort of feeling that I'm getting at it. So smoothing over any cracks and stuff like that. No, I would just allow it to sort of like guide you rather to your dreams and aspirations, and sort of saying, no, that's cracking up. I don't want that. I'm moving on to that. You know, and these are not necessarily drastic moves. This could be kind of going, You know, I've been playing football for a long time and getting bad knees. You know, I'm going to go on to swimming. You know, you're going to have to say goodbye to those friends. Not say goodbye to them, but you're not going to see those friends that you play football with so much. And you're going to see other friends that you're going to go swimming with. Do you know, it's that sort of thing. You know, and it could be that sort of realisation. Look, mosquito, don't even think about it, Sunbeam. They always try it on. So yeah, it's your past is bringing you that. You've gone through that dip, as I say, which is the hermitage sort of thing. You've learned a lot about yourself. You've got that star inside you, which is going to take you to that, away from that. And now that your past is like, you're gradually starting to understand, to feel it and to follow it. And that's what you should be doing. Okay? Because that's where you're heading. The Three of Cups. It's the start of that happiness after difficulty. Happiness is not like... this is where learning about joy as well, for Joyous June. Happiness is not like getting that present and kind of going, oh, I'm happy. Happiness is a continual state of being. So it's your general way of being as you go forward over a long period of time. Receiving a present will give you a boost, but it's more of a case of joy, I would say, than happiness. It's two completely different things. And this is that moment of coming together with other people, like-minded people, same sort of spiritual people, same sort of emotional people, and celebrating it, because you are one of those persons bringing that cup to the ceremony. And it's a celebration. And this is where happiness can then start to reign in your life. Let's just have a look what's happening on your material side of life. Karmic message, 9 of Wands. You've obviously got to go forward in something. You've got to follow either a plan or a business path or a career path as well, or following through your project. You've got to follow it through, but you're starting to sort of look at the way in which you do things and sort of kind of going, seeing little triggers that kind of give you a bit of a heads up, a bit of a warning. That's what you've got to be a bit attentive at the moment around you on your karmic path. It is to keep an eye on things as they go through your life, but you've still got to go down that path. They should be your guides. Fears and those sort of things in life should be there as guides, but they shouldn't be the destination. So, let's say I wanted to jump off a cliff at a beach, the cliff is only sort of like 5 meters. It's not hugely high. Obviously I have all that fear kind of going, if it goes wrong, smash my head on the rock and everything like that, And then I kind of go, in that case, I'm going to jump a little bit further out. And that's so I'm still going to do it, but I've taken in consideration the fear. That's all it should be done. It's here to help you more than anything else. It shouldn't be your guiding star. And page of, you got the Knight of Pentacles here for the universe, and the universe is sort of saying, yeah, now is the time to get on and do. Now is the time to follow that path that I was talking about, having those healthy boundaries in place so you can get a better result, not just for you, but for everybody that is around you. Now is the time to plant that seed, that foot into the field, so you can actually, plant that field up, so then you can get the fruits from that field in the future. That's what the universe is trying to encourage you to do. As I said, stepping through into that new dimension. This is what it's all about, on both sides as well. So, from your past, you get the Six of Cups. Yeah, I think this is where you might have been, so like if you had something that works in your life or worked, I'm almost want to say don't flog a dead horse. Do you know what I mean? It's not that you're flogging a dead horse, but you probably can progress a lot more if let things go. I remember, I was a kid growing up in the 1970s and was a bit of a rocker. And then I got into jazz, right? But the thing is, I was a rocker from the 1950s in the 1970s, right? And it's just like sort of saying, if you let go of it, it'll come back round, don't worry. Or it might come back round, you know. This is that sort of thing. I think in the past, I think you realise that there's certain things you need to move on from. Certain parts of maybe your business, certain parts of your career path, you know, or directions of your career path, or you know, or your projects, or whatever you're doing in your personal life in regards to the material world. Your future. You got the Nine of Wands going, and now in your future you've got the Ten of Wands. I think it's time to get on to do that work, and I think that work has to do with all those wands you're carrying, all that excess. So you've accumulated possibly in your life a lot, and because you've accumulated it, it's now time to use that accumulation as a negotiation with the material world, to really get on and sort of saying, okay, to the universe, I've completed this part of my life, I've got this success. Now what do I do with that success? I want to go to this place here, therefore, universe, I'd like you to invest this in it, and I'll invest this. Do you understand what I mean? It gives you weight with your creation. It gives you, you know, I'm not going to say power, but, you know, it gives you a weight of negotiation, basically, with the universe, with other businesses as well, you know, because it all works on the same level. Your career path, the universe, you know, it all works on the same level. Let's just see what's going on in the overall outcome. You get the Nine of Cups. So, a lot of opportunity here. When you invest that, you're going to get a lot of opportunity. When you connect like that, you're going to get a lot of opportunity. And there is nothing but opportunity and abundances for you in the future. Great possibilities on both fronts. And this, so here you got the Nine of Wands, and up the top there you got the Ten of Wands, right? Here on this side you got the Ten of Cups, and now you got the Nine of Cups. I almost feel like as well, and this is what I do feel a lot with the Cups card is, this Nine of Cups, is that also you're offering as much as you're receiving. It's like, you know, like a big exchange. You know, you're exchanging your dreams for other people's dreams, and you know, you're giving them dreams. So everyone's progressing and discovering loads of different things, but in different orders. That's all. You might have discovered something that you can pass on to someone else. Say, hey, look, I discovered this, and they kind of go, oh, right, I was over there discovering that. And they kind of go, that's funny. I'm going there. I'd like to know that. Here, look, I'll give you this so you can understand what I understood, and you can give me that, and I can understand what you said. Understood. Am I waffling today? I probably am, and I do apologise. I was supposed to get these readings a lot quicker. I'm trying. In more ways than one, actually, I'm trying. Right, now, back to a reading. Let's see what's going on. Let's get a bit of clarification on the Four of Wands. That's flipping on it. Three of Pentacles. Let's see what it's got here. Three of Pentacles, good quality work. I think that's probably what you're heading towards. And I think it's good quality work doesn't necessarily mean doing your job properly. This also means being righteous and true to who you are. It's also, you know, encouraging the happiness within you, therefore the happiness within others. So what's this new paradigm all about? Ten of Wands. Yeah, I think this is a case of letting a lot go in this. This new paradigm here doesn't work in the same way as the old one. And there's just certain things you're just going to have to literally abandon and leave behind. There's certain things you're going to be able to use in order to open up this new adventure you're going on, or this, you know, this pathway that you're heading down in your life. Let's see what goes on with the Ten of Cups. You get the Nine of Swords. It's all about nines and tens with you at the moment, isn't it? What's going on? This is the difficulty, I think, and this ties into that. This is the repetitive nightmare, or the stress and strain. That is the difficult part that you have to get over. You have to get past it, get over it. Move on. The only thing that will happen if you follow that Nine of Swords is you would drag people down into the same hole. And you don't want that. I know it. Okay, let's see what's going on with the Three of Swords. The Moon. Hidden emotions. Letting go of emotions that you cannot see and fathom. It's not the moment to understand them. So let them go. They'll come back in the future and you will be able to understand them because you'll be in a better position to understand them. So just let go of the past, of things. If you have to really scratch deeply to find that, find that lady there, you're going to have to go deep into that water and you'll get lost. It's not your domain. It's not the domain of Sagittarius, man. You're fire and air. Last thing you want to be is in deep water. And that's what we say, I'm in deep water, it's trouble. So I would leave that in the past and go to that future. The Tower, yes, it is a bit of a Tower moment. I think it's a shock for you, the realization within you as you're going forward. That, you know where you should be going and the path you should be heading off on. And you should be following it. And it's going to be a bit of a Tower moment. It's going to make you prick your ears up and kind of go, all right. It doesn't necessarily have to be like that the house falls down and you lose your job. And, it doesn't... Can you imagine if life was like that? Nothing but extremes. It'd be a nightmare. Nine of Swords. There you go. So don't get into that. Let's just see what's going on with the Three of Cups here. You get patience. I think this is, if you look at the Hermit's not the quickest of cards. I've never seen a Hermit run fast. I've never seen him catch a fly. But it's a very slow card. I think here is sort of saying patience is over. Now is the time to open up and start celebrating, connecting with other people that are around you. That's what I think it's trying to tell you there. With the Nine of Wands, concentrate on the journey. Concentrate on the one thing. She's got that one wand in her hand. She's looking at that one bit of fire. This is you, Sag. It's all about, the amazing invention in life, the amazing moments in life. And it's concentrating on that moment, which is going to help you just sort of like really excel within your life. Really excel within your life. And you have the huge abundance, really. A lot of negotiating possibilities within your life. With the King of Pentacles, you get the Emperor. Yeah, own it. It's not what I'm saying. Put your foot in the field. Start planting up. Start planting your future. That's what the universe is sort of saying. Be your boss. Own your empire. That's what a farmer does. He is the proprietor or the empire of his farm. He's got to plant stuff up. He's got to make his empire work for him. And this is where you should know your physical realms within your job, your business and your projects, and start activating it. Start engaging with it. Start building, or allowing your resources. The Ten of Pentacles, that just wants to jump out at. Start building on your abundance that you have within you. You know that. And this abundance doesn't necessarily mean finances. This abundance could also be knowledge, understanding. That is also worth a fortune. So that's respect as well. With the Six of Cups. Yeah, this is it. I'm sort of saying, with the Six of Cups, it's the understanding of this joyous sort of part of the journey, is understanding the parts that really make you happy and try and emulate them again as you go forward within your career path. And it doesn't necessarily it will change over time, obviously. So what really triggered you and makes you really happy and all about your happiness in the past may not be the same today. That's what it's sort of saying here. And letting things go. There's some things you're just going to have to let go. Let go back round and come back in. With the Ten of Wands, you get the Death and Rebirth card. This is what I'm saying. You're carrying too much. You've got to start using what your abundance or what you have in your life to start negotiating with life itself or with companies or whatever around you in order to get that new job, in order to get that promotion, in order to get that change of direction in your business, you know, to get that project really off and running. You know, let's say you're building a house, you've built the plans, you've got the plans, you've got the permit, you've paid for everything, you've got the loan, everything's in place. Now it's a case of literally just getting down to some hard work. But I don't think it's getting down to hard work for you, but I'm just sort of saying there is a degree of that. It's just activating it, your new direction. Because out of the Nine of Cups, you're going to get the Empress card, which is building something new, creating a whole new world, a whole new cycle within you, which is I think it's a much longer cycle, actually, funnily enough. And I think it goes longer than like a year, 2 years. It could even be, a plan that's you're looking long-term plans on. Because the Knight of Pentacles is about longer-term plans as well, as much as the Hermit. So there you go, Sagittarius. Thank you very much for being here with us. Do appreciate your support for this channel. Don't forget, we have your monthly readings coming out next week. Also did the solstice readings at already on our channel. I'll see you over there for that. In the meantime, don't forget, life should be fun, so please do enjoy.